Oh, I've got the mustache. 7 tiers again. This is solid. We take these. It's probably a mistake not to be attacking these early. You know? Oh man, I get so strong in rooms. Look at me go. Now I'm angry mustache. This is mean. This floor has a lot of big rooms already. Strange times. Black and white blue frog. Is it still a blue frog when it's black and white? That was definitely skill-based dodging. So anyway, yesterday, I drove 2.5 hours away because I had some stuff to pick up from my parents, and since I can go in there for free, but I don't really want to yet. I'll think about it. Anyway, I also get my car serviced out there because that's where I got it, and I like them, and they always like give me good deals and things. So I make car service or seeing my parents an excuse to do the other, basically. So you know, I take my car in, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So I go from the service section to the sales section and talk to the guy that, you know, I've always dealt with when I had to get a new car because my lease was up or whatever. My lease was up in October or so, like it's, you know, a few months away basically. But I talked to him, and he was like, "Yeah, let's get you a new car." Okay. So I mean, moral of the story is I bought a car. I didn't have to pay anything to buy this car. Just, you know, I signed saying that I'm buying this car now. And I mean, it saves me a ton of money. Great. Like, you know, I walk out with a new car and more money. Is okay, I'm not complaining here. I didn't have to pay for the service that I took my other car in for. Which is cool, you know. So I saved like $150 there by not having to do that. I'll come back for this maybe. No, I won't. I'll just take it. I don't have to pay any payments on my new car for 4 months, which is like actually huge because right now I'm trying to save money, and in 4 months maybe I won't mind as much. And the payment is like $5 more, but my insurance should go down, so it's like it works out. Impulse money saving. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much how it went. But anyway, so now I own a car instead of leasing a car, which is like, I mean, it won't really make a difference, I guess, as long as no one like totals my car. But it gets better mileage, it's bigger. You know, I ended up with an SUV, and I never wanted an SUV. I was always like, I never want one. But like, when you give me this kind of deal, sure. It's lower tech and all, but like, it was the move, right? So anyway, I own a car now. There's no reason to go in there and mess with the pool. Yeah, let's go. So anyway, after that, I load up the car with the stuff that I was picking up for my parents. I go to see another friend. This is why I have a 2DX controller now. I was mentioning that earlier, that I was gonna start playing 2DX again. I didn't have a controller, and I didn't want to buy one because that's expensive. Those are several $100s, and I don't really want to spend several $100s right now. So I talked to my friend beforehand, and he was like, "Yeah, you can borrow mine." I was like, "Oh, all right then." So I went to his place, and we hung out for a bit. I also played U-Beat. It takes me going somewhere else to play U-Beat when I own the cabinet. Anyway, so I did that, hung out, had a good time. And leave with controller. But oh man, let me tell you about the drivers that day. Let's back up all the way to the start of the day and get to the bad part. Because oh my goodness, the drivers are something else. I had like all these people like constantly between my driving and my friend's driving. People in that state, or at least in that area of that state, are just terrible drivers. They are so bad. They're the worst. I hated them. And like, I didn't remember them being like that when I lived there before with my parents. But like, everyone's cutting each other off, not following right of way. Like, I'm trying to make a left turn at a stop sign, 4-way or 2-way stop. Other guy at the stop sign, he's driving a Jaguar because, you know, this is a relatively rich area. He's got lots of money and he's got lots of entitlement. So he's driving a Jaguar. It doesn't even look like at me with my turn signal on for my left turn. And I'm like trying to make the left turn, and he just goes in front of me. And like, he looks at me like I'm the one doing something stupid, like, oh man, you're gonna mess up my Jaguar. Excuse me. You just went before me when I had been there for like a minute longer than you. Act like I'm cutting you off trying to make my left turn. And we saw some fun license plates. Like, that basically it just amounts to lots of cutting people off. Everyone's a terrible driver. Doesn't follow the rules there. And it's like all suburban driving. It's like, shouldn't you know better? There are kids around here. But anyway, we saw a license plate on a minivan. Lord help. There's a space and no E, but you know, Lord help. And that's really how we felt. That was, wow, the floor 1 fistula, floor 2 fistula, it's a rarity. And that's how we felt at the time. Oh, and someone in a one-way, they go forward and then back into a spot. So like, you have to back up in your one-way with people behind you because they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna park here by backing in instead of just going in forwards like a sensible person. And then we saw a GT Mustang that had ooh ouch, and that was a good one. We quite enjoyed ooh ouch. I don't know why you put that on your Mustang. Exactly, Flant, with 3 O's. Ooh ouch. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from this one. This is all. I'm good. See you later. And like, at this point, this is like my friend's driving me back so that I can drive home, you know, 3 hours from his place. And it's like kind of late, and we're just like, we need to get home. We got to get off the roads. Everything is everything is wrong in this state. You know, I've had enough driving for the next month. Keep me away from these people, right? Why not on your Mustang? Well, I don't drive a Mustang. As of yesterday, I drive an SUV, a small SUV, that gets like 50 miles per gallon. But an SUV nonetheless. As opposed to a you know, a small sports car that gets 12 miles per gallon. I think I'm the real winner here. He also burned, he burned rubber at one of the lights. Or like, really, dude? Then he speeds away and gets caught behind a car that we catch up to. And it's like, yeah, you know, that's about how it goes. It's like, I mean, I guess if you got the expensive Mustang, and don't really mind burning rubber on your tires, right? You got the money. Anyway, then I got home at 11 and stayed up until 1:30 and slept late, and I'm exhausted. I'm an exhausted boy. Nope, don't touch me. I mean, everyone seems to think their state's drivers are the worst. And I just I've been to DC. And I just don't know. I don't want to imagine that it gets worse. Oopsie. Like, that just, Dryish, thank you so much for the 4-month sub. Thanks very much for keeping your sub alive. Appreciate it a lot. You're wonderful. How are you doing? But yeah, like after DC, I just don't wanna. I don't wanna. If it gets worse, I don't wanna know. And isn't in Florida? Isn't it like more? Either you're driving really fast or you're driving really slow because you're either young and partying or you're really old and retired. Aren't those the only two demographics in Florida? Honestly, LA seems not fun to drive in, but it didn't seem like the drivers were that bad. It's just like there are a lot of them. It's just a ton of traffic, but it moves and like, you know, I don't know. California and like the highways too. The times I've been in California, it's like the driving seemed like I don't want to do it, but it doesn't seem like everyone's terrible. It seems like they're doing it all right. And then on the highways, everyone's doing 70 in like really close quarters, and I mean that's like a little sketchy, but like they're doing all right with it. And then you've got the bikers who are allowed to go between lanes, so everyone has to stay like in the side of their lane instead of the middle. That's a little also sketchy, but like, hey, they understand it. They're required to know it, and you know, if it works for them, it works for them, right? But yeah, I wouldn't really want to be a driver in California. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really complain too much about Pennsylvania drivers because like their biggest flaw is that they like to go fast. So I mean, they're all speeding like crazy, but like at least they're not being terrible most of the time. Sometimes they are, but like, I don't know. Pennsylvania isn't too bad. Well, okay, some areas of Pennsylvania. I mean, you've got Pittsburgh and probably plenty of other areas where it's expected that when a two-way light turns green, the first person in the left turn lane is making a left turn, even though it's green, not leading arrow green. Like, that's weird, and I don't like that. And that happens in other areas, but, like, at least, again, it's one of those things that if you drive there, you know about it, so you're hopefully not going to cause or have an accident caused. But, I mean, I haven't been to Pittsburgh in a really long time. And I probably won't. But, like, places in Pennsylvania that I've been recently, it's just like, yeah, you're on the highway, everyone's doing 80 in the 55, and, well, stay to the right. But, like, they're not going to cut you off, and they're generally going to follow the rules of the road. I hate it here. Oh, I've also only ever really done driving in places where, except New Jersey, I guess, like the New Jersey Turnpike 2-lane section. But I've pretty much only done highway driving in places where the left lane is the fast lane, not the passing lane necessarily. And people on the internet get so heated about that difference. And it's just like, it's just not the same everywhere. Cool it. So, I don't know. I have bombs. Keep go. Wow. Okay. Do I? Well, okay. I've got a likely devil room here, so I at least take it to the devil room. See what we get there. No, I'm passing up on this. I'll take this again. Hard to say no to this. It's the good stuff. Oh, it's right here. No, my new car does not have one or more spoilers, nor any go fast stripes. It is a silver SUV. Does it have spinners? Oh geez. Spinners. What a world. I may go back for the bomb bag. I haven't decided yet. Because, like, it can show up in the item room, so I probably want to. I can't get it for free from there. No, I don't have anything here, so... But what I can do is hit you with the double reroll. Oh, we've done it. This was my objective all along, just so you know. This is the next level strat. Oh man, take that, system. Take that, me. I forgot that I had a freaking bone heart that I meant to get rid of, and now I'm just screwed. I'm stuck with this nerd forever. Lazarus's Rags is also an item room item, I think, so I kind of gotta get rid of it. That's not the bomb. I'll just buy the bomb. What part of prioritizing my bombs are you all missing? Like, look at my bomb count. That's my only bomb now. I can go back now. I guess I'll just stick with what I got. Can I pause the stream so you can go eat? Yeah, sure. Well, now I have bombs. Oh no, I filled the bone heart. Yo, Hairlander, how's it going? Going crazy, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, you can't take devil deals with if you only have bone hearts. Nothing to take them with. What the? Another one? I'll do it again. It's a book. You should just give yourself a haircut if you're starting to look absurd. No one's gonna see you for a bit, so it's fine. You know, grow back enough that you can get a real haircut when real haircuts are available. Like, just take the trimmers and just away it goes. Right, Texas is like soft open. Stuff's at like partial capacity and whatnot. Which is wild, but like, let me tell you where I don't want to go right now. Anywhere. Don't want to go anywhere. Virginia is also opening in partial capacity in a few days. The 5th? But it's like restaurants are 50% capacity and only outdoor seating if they have it, kind of thing. And like gatherings are still limited to 10 people, I think. But like before long, it's gonna be 50 people. It's like, you guys gotta care about people more than the economy, please. I don't know. The US is a mess in so many ways. It's terrible. Need new everything. Let's reboot the US. Yeah, let's just re-roll it. Try a different US. Gatherings of 100 in Germany? Is it like, is Germany at least like pretty good now though? Because let me tell you, Virginia's not like pretty good now. So it would be like a little different if Virginia were doing all right. Yeah, exactly. Case numbers are... That's not worth it. Case numbers are still increasing rather than... Like, new case numbers and stuff are increasing rather than decreasing, and they're still opening states to any extent. Terrible. How bad is Virginia right now? I don't know exactly, because, I mean, I don't live in Virginia anymore. And I mean, I know all of Pennsylvania is going yellow on the 5th, I believe. And I'm sure that Philadelphia is still not, like, in any shape for that. But here we are, right? Yellow is like their phase 2, phase 1 of reopening. I think it's phase 1 of reopening. Some non-essential businesses, I believe, can open at partial capacity. You're allowed some gatherings. I don't know how large. You're encouraged to stay at home, but it's no longer an order. But when I was reading about it, honestly, the language was not as descriptive as you would hope it would be. Like, the officially released statement was, like, not that much of an outline. When I would fully expect it to be. But, I mean, that just blame me for not doing enough research. I'm sure there's an official definition somewhere. But, like, I still don't want to go out. I don't want to go around people. That's a bad thing to do. Oh yeah, I have Midas Touch. Well, I mean, hopefully they didn't have to revise to say, like, avoid doing things if possible. But, like, you just probably shouldn't be allowed to do the things. Like, the state of the economy is... that don't encourage us to put ourselves at risk because your precious economy is not doing as well as you want it to. Like, come on. Get a grip. Change the system. What do you mean if they tell people to go back inside? They're gonna have to. Or, I mean, they might just not do it and, you know, let everyone be at horrible risk, and then case numbers go up and everything gets worse, and they're like, we're reopen. We need this money in our economy. Like, I would not be surprised if that happened. You know, hopefully that gets us into action to change it, but hopefully we don't have to, and, you know, they see some sense. You know? That's a tough one, ShamWow. I mean, like, you gotta support them. Like, it sucks that protests and things have to be right now, but they do have to be right now. Like, it's not something that they can just not do. Where's the enemy? So, like, those are causes and people that need to be supported. Even if the timing really is just unfortunate. It's more unfortunate that they have reason to be doing it, right? It's just another system that needs change. I'm not an expert on the economy. I don't really know. I don't know if they're going to see the results that they hope for by partial reopening or anything. I really don't. Can't really say I'm an expert in any of the things that are happening, right? Shop pool is different in that things can reappear in the shop pool a lot of times. I don't know if it's infinite, but I think that until you pick everything up, you actually might always be able to see them again. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. You get all of your world news from me? That's bad. Don't do that. But I guess that's better than Facebook. As long as you don't get your world news on Facebook. Oh, the bone heart's gonna ruin me. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I mean, Reddit is like a little better. A little. Like, I mean, social media is what you make of it, more or less, right? No matter what, it's a part of society now, and you're gonna have to be involved in it somewhere, most likely. You can't just not. But you can at least be in the right places, more or less. Like, there are good parts of Reddit, surely. I don't really know. I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit. And there are good parts of Twitter. It's just that you gotta curate it. You gotta put in the effort. You know, do the work. How wouldn't Reddit be social media? Social media is just any media that, well, I mean, is social, right? Social involves other people. You gotta be kidding me here. So, like, traditional news sites that are articles and videos and stuff, they have comment sections, but I don't know that you count that as social media. Whereas something that content created by, curated by regular people and lots of people, kind of thing. Accessible to anyone. Social media, right? No, I only took the coupon for the boss fight, that level, so that I could see if I got a devil room, so I could get a free item there. And then I took this back right away after that. It was an angel room, so I didn't even get to use it. Well, an orbital's an orbital. Why did I do that? It's really too bad about this bone heart ruining everything. Oops. That's a fair thing to use social media for, honestly. I do my best not to use social media. But I mean, I don't know. At the moment, that's a lot of... That's a conflict internally for me. Because if ever there's a time to be using social media, it's right now. Twitch is kind of social media, like, I mean, I guess. I can't just outright say no, it's not social media, because, I mean, that's got a lot of ways it is social media. different form of it, you know?
Oh.
Oh, right, I have this. This is great. When you remember Midas Touch and have 99 cents? Oh, well, I don't know what that is, so I'm just not gonna bother. I don't need that, it's not lucky. ShamWow, no. Stop. I wish that I didn't have anyone that I only had contact with through Facebook. I really do. Like, I would... Ooh, I would love to delete that thing. Facebook is, like, one of the more villainous possible things right now. Like, to not be involved with Facebook would be the best. It was Abaddon. Dang. Would have gotten rid of my bone heart. I've been owned. Yeah, if I could have Facebook Messenger and not have a Facebook, that would be great. But like, no matter what, they'd be collecting your data. It's just if you can, just stay away. But there are just a few people that I at least care about a little, that I only have contact with through Facebook. And that's just unfortunate. See, the idea that you're not important enough to care about your data, I think is a slippery slope. Maybe that's an improper application of the logical fallacy there. But like, I feel like you should always feel like you and everyone else are important enough to care about how your data is being used. Like, maybe, sure, there's a chance that it won't impact you. But like, not taking it seriously, it's just kind of one of those things where... This room again. Or it's like, I mean, if everyone's just like, yeah, but I'm not that important, I shouldn't care that much. That's like how they get you, right? It's never gonna give me an item. Of course it gives me the bum friend. What a punk. Yeah, I'll take that. See if there's enough money in here. Probably not. Right. The EU just passed the, what is it, GDPR? Like last year, whatever, and I mean, that's... It would be great if the US had something like that. It would be great if the US were a completely different everything. But like, that's why we have to take things like our own data privacy seriously, right? We've got to try to do our part to prevent the US from continuing to be how it's been. sure are a lot of these guys in here. Okay, this is... Get me out. You know, stuck here. I mean, yeah, theoretically, the more people care, the more you can force the government and the system to reflect that. People have to vote. And I mean, what's happening now? If it gets to that point, gotta do that too. Oh man, maybe I could have had a super bum. I mean, it's not like the president's the only election. It's not like it's the only thing to vote for. Oh yeah, this okay, you can have this key, I guess. Wow, it gave me one immediately. What a nice lad. Nah, I'm just gonna bomb it. The electoral system is it's not good. It's not good. But I think that the only way that changes is, you know, voting for everyone that you can that can change it, right? That's certainly not entirely a presidential thing. It's probably more congressional. You know, it's been a long time since I took AP government. I don't even remember what all countries we covered in that. I know we had, obviously, the US, but that was like a short section because we'd taken US stuff for forever. I think we might have done Canada, but maybe we didn't. Like, I think it was 2 relatively familiar types of systems and then 2, like, completely different kinds of systems. I know that Iran was one of them that we had to study in AP government, but I don't remember the other 2, basically. We might have done the UK, but I don't remember. It's been too long. That was a long time ago that I took that class. How's Iran? It's been a long time since I took that class. Also, I was kind of mad. I got a 4 on the US government exam, AP exam, and a 5 on the comparative government exam, which is what that was split into. When I knew, like, I thought I knew, like, all of the US government stuff, and I did not know, like, half of the comparative stuff. I was like, excuse me? How did I get a 5 on this? It was, I mean, I guess because AP exams are graded on a curve, and that just means that frickin' no one did very well. Or I remembered more than I thought, but